Well, hi, friends. Happy Friday evening. It's good to be together here tonight and share these few moments together. I will wait just a minute here for some more eyes to light up on us here. I just want to share something kind of logistically, and then share a little scripture as well this evening. So, hi, Derek, and I don't know if you're trying to call me Dan and it got misspelled, or trying to call me friend and it got misspelled. But hey, I'm like the typo king with stuff online. I don't even realize until like 3 hours later that something auto corrected or whatever. So hey, welcome Robesons and Burtons and Berries and Harmons and Linda and Diana. You made it on at 7. Yeah, woohoo! Every now and then we figure stuff out, right, in life. That's okay. There's no there's no extra reward. There's no gold stars, and there's no penalties for not being here. So it's okay. Hi, Evie, and maybe Carl there too. We miss you as well. Here's the deal. You guys probably saw now this afternoon that York and Cumberland counties are being moved to the yellow zone as far as guidance goes next Friday, it looks like. So I know that a lot of us do not still want to meet in person right away, just for personal safety, and there's some everybody has to kind of navigate that decision for themselves and their family and those that they're around, and different health risks and all that, and we all kind of weigh that out differently. But because we are moving into that yellow zone for the recommendations in our areas, we will be able to have meetings limited, still in size and with some restrictions and all that, starting next weekend. So I don't know yet. We just got that news today. So our administrative council is going to be talking about how to move, forward into that plan. So certainly I'm open to your suggestions as well. We are going forward with getting internet put into all of our facilities. So we will be able to broadcast from our buildings out. So that's really important for those of us who are saying, I'm going to hang back, I'm not going to get together right away. We're going to be able to share the things that we do still online. So that's going to be a way to stay somewhat connected as time goes forward over the next month or two, or whatever this looks like. That the thing we don't want is, as we transition back to doing some things in person, we don't want to leave behind, so to speak, those who aren't, or choose not to be there in person. So internet's going to enable us to do that. So I'm also thinking about, and again, we'll kind of just chat and share some ideas as the week goes by. But several people have expressed interest in an outdoor kind of gathering. There's a little bit more germ spread safety that way. And a few folks have said that. Here comes Anna to say hi.
Hi.
Hey guys. So a few folks have said that they'd like to do the outside thing, and so maybe if it's nice weather, we could think about that. But then we'll have the opportunity to have groups up to 25 inside. And I'm not sure if you guys know this or not, but in our state, every state is different, and I know there's a lot of frustrations with things. But in our state, churches were never mandated not to do anything. We're choosing to follow guidance, but we were always put in that essential category, so that we've chosen to be cautious and to try to be safe for our people, but we were never mandated to not do anything. So we're going to continue to follow that guidance right now, for the time being, anyway. But that's the deal anyway, as far as continuing to gather together. I do want to catch with what Jason is sharing here. Thanks to those who for prayers and cards and thoughts for his grandmother's passing. And then we are traveling up tomorrow for a small family burial service. That's nice. It's nice to be able to do that still. I know that in some places and areas, they're not even wanting to do that so much. And so, the smaller graveside sort of deal, whether that kind of thing is nice. It's something. So yeah, my mom mentioned that my uncle, who just had his gallbladder out the other day, Thursday, is having trouble breathing, so he's going back to the hospital to get checked out. So thanks for that. So hi, Jay joined us as well, and Tom mentioned that that podcast that I'm doing, we have a new episode out today. So if you feel like checking that out, you can. Tom always gives me a hard time when I say if you're bored. So we have a good, my friend and I have a good half an hour plus talk about something in the Bible and try to be challenging with it and just engage. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, I shared it. I think I shared it on this church page here today too. You can check it out. So, hey, I want to share a little bit tonight from Matthew chapter 13. Actually, there's a lot throughout the day. There's a lot of things that come to my mind that I would like to share. And, I think that this Facebook Live thing is a better way to do that. We can only do so much in our 1 or 2 gatherings a week normally when it's in person, but with online stuff, we can do whatever. And then if people are interested, they can join in and listen, watch. And if they're not, they don't have to. That's part of the deal, right? So I want to read this. This is it's called the Parable of the Weeds. It's called the Parable of the Weeds. And I have a particular reason why I just want to apply this, today. And well, let me read a little bit of it. This is Matthew 13:24. Jesus told another parable. The kingdom of heaven is like a man who sowed good seed in his field. But while everyone was sleeping, his enemy came and sowed weeds among the wheat, and then he went away. When the wheat sprouted and formed heads, then the weeds also appeared. The owner's servants came to him and said, "Sir, didn't you sow good seed in the field? Then where did the weeds come from?" An enemy did this, he replied. The servants asked him, "Do you want us to go ahead and pull them up?" "No," he answered, "because while you are pulling the weeds, you may uproot the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest. At that time, I will tell the harvesters, first collect the weeds and tie them into bundles to be burned. Then gather the wheat and bring it into my barn." The reason I bring this particular parable to mind here this evening is because in this parable, in the story that Jesus tells, the workers in the field here are anxious to separate out the good from the bad. They're eager to know what that is and to do it. And a lot of times in different areas of our lives, we want to know. She's dancing over here. Can't see it all. All right, enough. A lot of times, in our lives, we want to know what's what. Sometimes, we want to know who's the real deal as far as their faith and who isn't. And that's kind of part of what he has in mind here. And I'm not going to read all into it, but he has a time where he explains that the good seed, the wheat, equals the people of the kingdom, and the weeds are the people of the devil, right? Of people of darkness. But what he's indicating here is that it's not our job necessarily to pluck out and to judge, who's for real and who's not. And the thing that I'm thinking about in this right now is that with everything that's going on in our country and our world, these things, there's so much information that's coming our way, so many different ideas and theories and beliefs and strategies of how we should understand what's what and what came from where and what we should do. And we kind of feel sometimes, I think, this like overwhelming need to like figure it all out. I mean, do Do you feel that way? It's like you get one theory or one thing here and one thing there, and you're like, well, I need to know, like, what is it? Like, what's happening? What's what? And I think sometimes we need to kind of take a breath. And it's good for us to seek understanding, right? It's good for us to want to discern the truth, to want to know what's what. But sometimes we have a sense of urgency, or maybe we feel like, probably a lot of us feel like right now, maybe that there's certain people in certain positions or whatever that are maybe the way that they're going about it isn't what we like. We don't think it's maybe wise or right or whatever. We would want to see it done differently. But I think this parable kind of encourages us to take a little bit of a step back, not to let go of our convictions or our feelings or our desires to really understand and to want what's best for ourselves, or even as we think about, like, for our church and our ministry, what should we do? Should we do this? Should we wait to do this? Should we do this now? Should we have this gathering again? What should we do? And I think that it's good for us, again, just to kind of take a step back and to just take it, a day at a time, so to speak, that we don't have to, it's not our responsibility to figure everything out today. It's not our responsibility to have all the answers today. We can seek those things, right? We can seek that direction, but it's okay to give it time. Eventually, the seeds give root, and then we can see what's what. Over time, we'll see what's what as far as the decisions that all the way up from individuals to churches to government, and what they're doing and not doing, whether it's good, bad, or otherwise. Like, take a breath. Take a step back. Remember, we are rooted in the kingdom of God, and that's really the posture that I want to encourage you to bring to these very valid and very important concerns about our country and our health and our state and our ministries and our churches and all these things, our families that are going on right now. It's worth pursuing knowledge and discernment in those things. But we do that from a sense of, again, a firm foundation in who we are as citizens of the kingdom of heaven. Remember, again, an unshakable kingdom. And so I really hope that we will continue to be, right, salt and light, to continue to be a wise and discerning presence in our world, in our families, in our society, as we seek out the truth. So, okay. Thanks for joining us here today. Tom and Linda are chatting about my podcast here in the sorry, and Sloppy here's jumping in again. I did this on Sunday too. You guys heard me do this, right? I said the podcast I listened to, Dan said they're almost out of time, and then they go for another 15 minutes. I said on Sunday that I was going to have quick thoughts, and I went like 20 minutes or plus. So, and then Linda, you tell me don't apologize for saying what I need to say. So let's be consistent here. So, okay. Folks, we'll see you Sunday morning. So this week we're still on just a regular online schedule deal. Next week, I don't know yet. We will communicate with you, email, on Facebook, on the phone call system. We will let you know what we're going to be doing. I can assure you that Anna's going to be being goofy no matter what we do. But next weekend we may do. The idea that's coming in my mind is we'll do the regular online thing maybe in the morning for kind of the last time, like this from home. Then maybe have a gathering for anybody that wants to, maybe outside next Sunday afternoon, evening, where we can share together, and then move into a new kind of system. But we'll just see. Again, we'll communicate with you. But my guess is that we're going to have, for those who are really craving and longing to have some kind of an in-person gathering, I think it's likely that we will see that next Sunday in some fashion. Not 2 days from now, but next Sunday, I think we'll likely be seeing some kind of an in-person opportunity again with the online with the online broadcast of that most likely as well. So we're not going to leave out the people that aren't going to gather here. Isaac's here too. All right, guys. Thanks all, and we'll see you Sunday morning, 9:00. We'll stick with 9. I don't know what we may change that back to as well. So it's all up in the air. We're being flexible, but I love you guys, and wave goodbye. Peace out.